Some breaking news to start with. A man is shot during a robbery in East Nashville. It happened overnight.
Right now, he's in the hospital, and Matthew Torres is at the East Police Precinct. He's been sorting out details for us this morning. So, Matthew, what exactly happened?
Well, according to Metro Police, the suspect, armed with a gun, approached two men at the CWA apartments out here in East Nashville, which is by Shelby Avenue, right across from the James Casey neighborhood. Now, it is just before midnight when the guy then asked for their belongings, really demanded for them. And really, one of them had nothing. The other gave a cell phone away. And as the suspect was running away, police say he then fired shots at the two victims. Again, two people were involved, but one of them ended up getting shot right in the side. He was taken by a friend to St. Thomas Midtown, only to be transferred over to Vanderbilt Medical Center due to his injury. They're describing this as a through-and-through wound, which means the bullet pierced right through his body. However, this morning, he is expected to be okay and is expected to make a full recovery. However, though, the gunman remains on the run this morning. We will talk about his suspect description coming up in the next half hour. Reporting live here in East Nashville, Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
All right, Matthew, thanks a lot. And more breaking news now from overnight, this time in Clarksville. Police arresting a suspect after a standoff that lasted for hours. It happened on Lacey Lane a little before midnight. Police tell us the suspect shot at a family in a vehicle and then pointed his gun at an officer. We're told he will face at least 4 counts of aggravated assault. Investigators have not released the name yet, but as soon as they do, we'll update that story for you.
And happening today, the drama in Rutherford County continues as Sheriff Robert Arnold is scheduled for arraignment. He's facing a federal indictment for alleged kickbacks related to an e-cigarette program at the jail. Arnold is refusing to resign, so the county commissioners and the mayor met last night to discuss what they can do. They can't fire him, but they're working on a resolution to collectively ask him to resign. And they're also weighing a controversial civil lawsuit.
And the judge could suspend him without pay as that case is progressing. So that would solve a lot of our problems.
It takes patience sometimes to go through the court system, but it's not going to cost us more money like it will if we start and instigate an ouster suit.
Commissioners will hear from the DA at their next meeting on whether an ouster suit could interfere with a criminal case against the sheriff.
We are just one day away now from jury selection in the Vanderbilt rape retrial case, and there are already problems in the courtroom. Yesterday, Brandon Vandenberg's attorneys tried to argue the state should hand over all the raw data investigators found. However, a judge said, "I don't think so," and denied the request.
It's completely irrelevant. I can't even fathom how they could come up with relevancy to make this request.
We need the raw data. We need the metadata. We need to know when it's sent, when it's timestamped.
You'll remember Vandenberg was convicted on every count he was facing of raping an unconscious female student last year, but that conviction was tossed out after a mistrial. The jury selection is set to begin in Memphis tomorrow.
2 Hopkinsville men have ended up behind bars after a drug bust. The Kentucky New Era reports police arrested Kenneth Burris yesterday for trespassing at an abandoned home. Officers say they saw Burris toss a bag filled with pot on the ground. They also found another bag on him. And another man, Jonathan Lewis, will face similar charges. We're working to get a copy of his mugshot just now. And a teen is facing animal abuse charges after dog sitting. The Leaf Chronicle reports that Andrew Rose was arrested after the Pomeranian's owner got home and found the dog bleeding with a broken leg. The vet says the dog was injured from blunt force trauma. The 19-year-old is in jail on a $10,000 bond.
Vandalism and social media caused problems at a mid-state Walmart. Check this story out. The Crossville Chronicle telling us that 2 teens jumped onto the hood of a woman's car, started jumping around, causing all kinds of damage, and then they took off. Well, she saw it, called police, and then officers spotted a truck with 5 teens inside nearby. A 15 and 16-year-old in the truck admitted that, yes, they were the ones jumping onto the car because they were trying to make a Snapchat video that would be funny for their friends. They were both given citations. An incredible outpouring of support for the Blue Angel pilot killed last week in Smyrna.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars has been raised for the family of Captain Jeff Coos. So far, more than $260,000 has been donated to his family via a GoFundMe site. Christina Coos, Jeff's widow, wrote on the website saying, "I am absolutely beside myself and humbled at the amount of love and support I've received over the last 4 days. This morning I feel a shred of peace, and though I know it won't stay, I attribute it to the amazing things all of you are doing for myself, my children, and to honor Jeffrey. I hope you all deeply and want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart." Okay, I feel you all deeply, she said.